the end of this process, I'm left with a question. One of the purposes of the Centre for Energy Ethics is to change the intellectual agenda. The centre is the first of its kind to be based in a humanities faculty, for example. This is important because the big question is whether art, ethics, and scientific analysis can enter a new kind of dialogue in the era of anthropogenic and anthropocenic change.
My presentation was titled The End of an Era. I argued oil would finish in 25 years. As the son of a petroleum geologist, I knew I had my facts right. With the years, I realised reality was a bit more complex. The real debate wasn't if oil would end, but how can society survive on its current dependency on fossil fuels and the rise of CO2 emissions as a consequence of the way we move, we eat, we live, and we consume.
We did this film because we had the chance to meet Mette Haid, who helped us to contact some impact fundings in the University of St. Andrews. And we went to Norway because it's one of the greenest countries in the world. 100% of their electricity comes from hydroelectric. But after you go to CO2 emissions per capita, Norway is the 5th or 6th country in the world with more CO2 emissions per capita. Maybe 10 years ago, we were not ready to make that film because it will be only a film denouncing some practices, but with the years, we understood that it's a really complex reality.
In the tradition of prize givings, we're announcing the winners in reverse order, sadly without the champagne shown in the virtual gallery for us all to celebrate their success. As selection was so difficult, the third prize is awarded to 2 artists. Sharing it are Natasha Owuku from London and Risha Bragavan, who is currently studying in Edinburgh. In Circular Motions of Life, Natasha employs the simplicity of a pencil drawing to explore entangled natural and human-created elements in the context of energy consumption and climate change. There's pleasure to be had in finding the many subjects in her image, and it's a puzzle that could engage a child as well as an adult. Taken at night, Rishabh's photographs evoke a mysterious and somewhat threatening atmosphere as he examines the toxic effects of coal-fired thermal plants in the Bay of Bengal on the health and the livelihoods of traditional fishermen. The second prize is awarded to Fife-based Rebecca Sharp for poetry responding to the fossil fuel economy, which will feature in her forthcoming pamphlet collection, Rough Currency. Her words feel immediate and rich in imagery, and in some of the poems, her interest in imagery is taken further, with the text cleverly arranged in the tradition of concrete poetry to visually evoke their subject.
As I've said, the response to the calls has been really inspiring, and I suppose if this was reality TV, there'd be a long silence while Doomy cards played, but it's now time to announce the winner of the first prize in the 2021 Art of Energy competition. Energy transformations in the age of climate change pose so many questions about strategy, morality, and who takes the burden of change. And it also challenges us to rethink what we imagine the sites of this transformation will look like. For a beautifully visualized work which transports us to the geothermal experiments of Heavy in Iceland and invites us to imagine how and if this kind of technological fix might work. And indeed, if such a Promethean bargain with the environment is feasible, the award goes to Adam Saberi for his work Anthropocene 3, Hedis Heidi.
Oh, does that mean that it's just that I get to be, my work is to be displayed? Okay, that's nice to hear. That's really nice to hear. I'm kind of very happy to have some form of recognition involved, but congratulations to everybody who submitted. I think if they've gone through such a rigorous process, you can imagine how great their work is.
Oh, wow. Oh, that is amazing. Oh, wow. Thank you. Thank you so much. Oh, that is, I've never won an art award ever. And that is really, really amazing. Thank you so much. It just really got me thinking about energy and the way I use it. And I've never really thought about it too much because I just had this sort of naive impression that, oh yeah, electricity is natural, so it just lasts forever. So, me turning on the lights and doing this, there's no problem in that. I know about recycling and that much, but I've learned so much during this process. So I loved every moment of creating the visual.
Okay, thank you. Right. Oh, that's exciting. Thank you. That's great. Wow. Amazing. It's funny because poetry doesn't always get chances to come in alongside visual art in the same categories, in the same ways. And that was another thing that really appealed to, that it was so broad. You could put all the different art forms in amongst each other and just let them exist. So that was exciting for me. And oh, I'm delighted. Thank you.
No way. Wow. That's bloody amazing. I was just looking at some of the other works in there. They're really good stuff. The first prize, like the 1,000 quid. Oh la la. I can't hear you clapping, Anna, but thank you. Okay, that's super exciting. Thank you very much. That's great news. Yeah, I would have brushed my hair. That's my first reaction. Thanks so much to the Centre for organising this. It's great to have an outlet for this. You make it and then you wonder where it's going to go. And it's really nice that people have the imagination to approach these kind of ethical problems of the energy revolution through art. So I'm very happy.